My name is Nina Johnson. I am a 12th grader and I am inside ETS Youth Summer Program.
Hello, my name is Destiny Alexander. I'm a 12th grader and I am in the ETS program.
Awesome. So, Miss Robyn Lewis, I have been facilitators over the summer. And Miss Robyn, do you want to jump in with some of your questions or tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I am a student at the University of Toledo. I'm a junior. I'm a psychology major with a counseling minor, and I'm also a Black leader in my city and on my campus. So we talked about how Greenwood was a thriving Black city. We talked about how Greenwood went through some hardships. Can y'all tell me what you remember about Greenwood?
It was a thriving Black city. My mom always tells me about this. And basically, I believe it was the white people who tore it down. There's many other cities is like that as well, who either got flooded or burned down. And yeah, it was a really nice city. All the Black people were doing really well. They had a great education system, a great hospital system, housing system. And yeah, it was just an amazing city for Black people. And I believe they also got rent out the neighborhood as well as just burned down. And, now the people are just either they are still alive or, they're on the run or, hiding out.
Yeah, it took them literally 2 days to empty the city. So the city was literally at war for 2 days. Black people running and hiding and waiting for people to come and help them and find them shelter and stuff like that. So it was really, really bad. It was way worse than a lot of people actually recognized. So I'm happy that you understood that. That was good. Destiny, what is your favorite thing that you've learned so far?
My favorite thing that I learned is I forgot his name, but I believe his last name was Robertson.
Robert P. Madison?
Yes.
Yeah.
He built the Science Center, and I have been there plenty of times. And it was just a great experience for me to learn that somebody built a building like that.
What, if you had to summarize what you took away from this summer's studies, discussions, curriculum, how would you summarize what you got out of it?
Yeah, I believe it was very educational. How does that we need to actually build our neighborhoods up? And even though there is a chance that when we build our neighborhoods up, that it might get destroyed again or something might happen to where they'll make limits to where we can succeed, we still should try our hardest to build our neighborhood up because I think this is going to be another generation. We want to make sure they have the best opportunities. Yeah, we just need to do the best we can in this lifetime to try to make sure everyone else doesn't have to deal with it anymore.
How do you feel, or do you feel that any of the topics that we discussed and things that we studied are relevant to what's happening in the world and current events or in the United States today?
I do feel like that because I live close to the Cleveland Clinic, and in my neighborhood it's mostly poor, and then a few streets down is where all the Cleveland Clinic houses are, where the doctors live, and it's just a big difference from the neighborhood in this neighborhood. And yeah, I was just noticing that when we'll drive to the hospital, since it's only 10 minutes away, it's a huge difference between the neighborhoods and how they have different things and how the neighborhood looks and how everyone would the city would keep it cleaner and how they'll just make sure everything looks better. I feel like that's especially why we need to start, doing things better, getting better schooling and housing arrangement for people, because once we it's a little to none chance that we will ever get all the land that we deserve back or all the land we had during slavery that we had to work on and other stuff. But it's the best we can do is to fix up the neighborhoods we got and make sure we have a new generation who can do things better and who could learn more than we did and do things better than we did.
That's awesome. Thank you, Nina. Destiny, what are your thoughts about anything that Nina said? Or I think my original question was if you feel or think that anything that we've studied over the summer, you can see how it applies or relates to things going on right now.
What I think about is racism, because I look back at George Floyd and everybody else that have died from policemen. It's kind of sad because us Black people, we haven't done anything wrong. So I just want a better community for us people, period.
What are some things that you may think that Black people will want reparations for? And Destiny too.
Slavery, Jim Crow, just a lot of things. I heard also that it was in the 1950s when the last slave owner had to give up their slaves. I believe it was my mother told me that. She read an article about in 1950s it was still slaves back then, and who knows till yeah.
Wow.
Or like
So
that was still working. They didn't know anything about it.
What would reparations mean to you then?
Well, reparation will mean that at least they are starting to learn what they did was wrong, even though it doesn't change anything at all. And there's still many generations, like, that's not even around because of it. And there's many trauma that's still carried on through years and years. But I believe it will be a step in the right direction. And I hope if we ever do get, reparation, we take the time to build up our community instead of, spending on purses and hair and makeup.
Right.
And we actually take time to, say, oh, this is what we deserve, and we need to now take these reparations and do things that's, important, that will actually help us.
Hi, my name is Savannah Tate. I'm in the 9th grade and I go to John Hay High School.
Savannah, what building would you design to improve your community and why?
I would design a hospital because in our community, you don't see many hospitals at all. And I feel like it's a good start to get our community back on the feet.
Did you enjoy the Greenwood experience, learning about the things that we talked about over the last 5 weeks?
Yeah, because I think that's like very helpful for people who don't know about like checks and like banks and all the like laws and bills and all that. I feel like that's really helpful for the future and people who are like getting out of high school and having to live their own life now and going into college or going into a job or something. I feel like that's really helpful for people. Including me, because I didn't really know a lot about like taxes and all like bills and all like that because I'm still pretty young, but so I feel like all this is really helpful.
So Sterling, can I ask you one last question? What do you think is holding us back from building a community like Greenwood today?
Honestly, I feel it's a bit of laziness, but I don't know, like, nobody really wants to do it, and nobody wants to take the risk of doing it, like, in case it doesn't work, because it is a big thing to do. So, I don't know. I think it's all about laziness and not willing to take a risk.
If you could build a building in your community, Sterling, what would that building be and why?
The building I would build would be a grocery store. And just because it helps people and it will be able to bring a steady income to me.
Hi, my name is Yolanda Rivera. I'm a rising junior and I go to John Marshall School of Civic and Business Leadership.
Alondra, can you tell us why credit is important?
I think credit is important because credit is everything nowadays. It's how you get a car, how you get a house, how you get a partner. With good credit, you could get good options, good choices. But with bad credit, people aren't going to have trust in you. You have to show that you are going to pay your bills in time and you're a responsible person.
Alondra, what did you think about the overall Greenwood Experience program?
I loved reading RAMM. I mean, I got to learn a lot of valuable good things. I got to learn how to budget, how to save. I got to learn how important credit is. I got to learn about redlining. I got to learn about some incredible people. And it just really opened my eyes into how much you can do. Like, although people are going to be against you, whether it's because of how you hold yourself, how you present yourself as a person, your skin color, how your attitude is, don't let that influence you. Keep going for your goals. Keep doing what you have to do in order to accomplish what you have set for yourself.
Leigh-Cherie, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Leigh-Cherie Rodriguez. I'm going to the 11th grade, and I go to John Marshall School of Engineering.
Leigh-Cherie, how can someone become civically engaged?
So civic engagement is a group of people or communities, political or non-political, working together to protect public values or to make a change in the community. To become civically engaged, you can vote if you have the age to vote. You can also read the news to get educated on what's going on in the world. And another action you can take is to actually take action. Some actions people can take is you can volunteer, and also you can do protests on what is going on.
My name is Sarah Bala. I'm a rising senior at John Hay School of Architecture and Design.
Okay. And Sarah, why is it important to have a budget?
It's important to have a budget because it gives you control over your money and it helps you save your money. When you have a budget, it's basically helping you be more organized, and organization is very important in your everyday life in every aspect. But since money is like really important and you basically can't do like anything if you don't really have money, or if you are just spending your money on like random things, when you budget, then you already like have like ideas of where you need to spend it, and you're not gonna like stress over it, because if you didn't budget and everything, you're just like spending random money and everything, and by doing that, then your money is definitely gonna get spent fast. So if you have a job and you have like a paycheck and everything, then you basically like you're not gonna like know what to do. Like after you just spending it and everything, you're not gonna have the money for important things that you need to spend your money on. But when you budget, then you basically like you have different aspects. Like if you want to pay it on food, how much you're paying on food, how much you're paying like on rent and stuff, then you basically already know like all of that. So that's out the way, and then you can have your own money for like anything else you want to do.
Hello, my name is Lucy Johnson. I am a rising junior, and I go to John Hayes Science and Medicine.
And loyalty, what is reparations?
Okay. Reparations is basically the government making amends for something they did wrong in the past. For example, the Holocaust victims, I think the Jews, like all of them received money for victims and the killings and everything. Unfortunately, the Black community hasn't received reparations yet. I do believe that we should receive, only because I feel like personally that we went through something traumatic the longest out of everybody. And not only that, white folks receive money off creations of our ideas, and we haven't received not a penny from that. So I believe that we should be paid our money back.
My name is Alex Lawson. I am a rising senior at John Hay Early College.
Awesome. Alex, do you think that African Americans should receive reparations? Why
Absolutely.
or why not?
They absolutely should receive reparations, because in what universe should being enslaved for over 400 years and then even still not having true freedom to this very day do you not deserve reparations? You promised African Americans after slavery that they would get, I believe, 40 acres and a mule. Who got that? Not my ancestors. Like, it's not making sense. You had these people cultivate a land that wasn't even yours in the first place. And then you won't give them any of the resources that they created. You sat back in your house, maybe whipped a few of them, but we can't get any reparations. Your ancestors are still in power. Mine are still out here struggling in the streets, dirt poor. Most of us don't even know where we came from. You can trust your history back to, oh, I'm Irish, or I'm this, I'm that. We can't do that. We don't know what part of Africa we come from, or if we're mixed with Native American, or we're mixed with Mexican Native. We don't know none of that. That within itself deserves reparation, because we can't even say where we come from.
How did it make you feel to know Black people developed the Greenwood community?
It made me feel very proud to know that, because it was like I'm part of that community as well. So it's like something to show for us. So, I feel good knowing that we can do stuff like that as well. Also because of the way that we're looked at, like we're ignorant and like our community can't do a lot. So I just feel very proud to know that, this is something that we did. This is something that we have to show for ourselves. Like we're more than just what some people think that we are. So yeah, I just feel very good to see the type of things that we can do.
What was your reaction to discover and learn what happened to the Greenwood community?
It made me kind of sad, because it's like, we have something good, and then it can't be maintained. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of run down now, and it's like the good thing that we had, we don't have it anymore. So it's like kind of abandoned and stuff like that. And it made me feel very sad.
Talk a little bit about what you learned in discovering this man created these buildings, these structures.
Yeah, to learn that Robert P. Madison made like a whole bunch of buildings, like, you know, as a Black person, everything, like I was saying, made me feel very proud. And also because it was a whole bunch of buildings that I was familiar with. You know, I was very familiar with a lot of the buildings that he made, and to know that like it was somebody like me who made it, it was just very like exciting and interesting to see that.
Hi, my name is Arcia Hurt. I am a rising 12th grader at John Hay Early College.
Arcia, why is it important to vote?
I feel like it's important to vote because I feel like that is the way for us as the people of the United States, I guess, to have a say in the government, like what we want in our opinion, like, and to affect some type of change. Because I feel like if we didn't, the government would just be ran by people to make, well, they kind of do make decisions for us, but I feel like that's our way to like let them know our opinion or where to go at or where our heads are at as the people. And especially for my people and people of color, like I feel like it's very important for us to vote because we didn't have a say for a while and we were just neglected for a while. So I feel like as time goes on, the more that we get involved into our government, into politics and things that are going on around us, especially in that area, voting is very important for us. Like that's our way to let them know that we want change to happen or we want certain things to happen.
Arcia, are you looking forward to becoming a registered voter?
I am. I talk a lot with it around my the older people in my family. Like they come to me and ask me questions, and me and my best friend talk about it a lot as well. She's very into it as well. So it's kind of been a part of me since I've been like 16 years old. So yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so my name is Umar Akram. I go to John Hay Architecture Design. I'm going to the 12th grade. From what I remember from the Redline map, it shocked me because it looked like it was purposely done and how wide the effect range was, because the area in which it affected a lot of homes, a lot of people in, you know, certain locations, and most of them being minorities because I guess I don't know why, but but the minorities being affected the most, and it was really messed up.
Hello, my name is Ayala Thompson. I'm going to be a senior at John Hay Architecture and Design, and I'm going to be talking to you about why credit is important. So basically, credit is used for everything now. Your credit score determines how much money the bank will trust you to pay off. So, for example, if you want an apartment, if your credit score is low, then they'll know that they can charge you more because you won't make the payments in time. Or a house, for example, if you have a high credit score, they know that they can trust you enough to take out this large amount of money and then you can pay it back.